I'd like to thank Haderech for their wonderful series of bursts of inspiration. This Shabbos, all being well, is Yom Kippur. We'll go to Shul on Friday night for Kol Nidre, and very soon after Kol Nidre we daven Ma'ariv and we say Shema, and the verse, the pasuk Baruch Shem, we say out loud. Why? Because we're like Malachim, just like Malachim say this pasuk of Baruch Shem in a loud voice, so too we imitate them. We are angelic, and yet 25 hours later, having spent an entire day davening, doing tshuva, introspecting, on Motzei Yom Kippur, moments after the high point of the whole year where we scream out Hashem Hu Elokim, we again say Baruch Shem, but in an undertone, in a whisper. We are mortals again. Shouldn't it be the reverse? On Friday night, the night of Kol Nidre, when we go into Yom Kippur, we are still full from the Sudas HaMafsekes. Are we very much like angels then? Aren't we more like angels on Motzei Yom Kippur, having spent the last 25 hours involved in the Avodas Hayom? The answer, says the Maharal, famously is that Yiddishkeit, as Rabbi Bernstein would put it, is not a station but a destination. Everything depends on your point of travel, on your direction, where are you heading? On the night of Kol Nidre, we're heading into a Yom Kodesh V'Tahor, and therefore we say Baruch Shem out loud. But on Motzei Yom Kippur, we are heading into a day, a regular day, a day back in the office, back in school, back to whatever we're doing. And therefore, we are no longer angelic, and on Motzei Yom Kippur, even though it's moments after the high point of the year, having spent 25 hours involved in the Avodah of Yom Kippur, still we're directing towards the mundane, and therefore we say Baruch Shem quietly. Everything depends on your focus and your direction. It's interesting, the most famous perhaps Baal Tshuva in history is Rabbi Elazar ben Durdaya. The Gemara in Avodah Zarah tells us that he was involved in many serious Averas, and he did Tshuva, and when he died, Bocha Rabbi cried and said, Yesh koine olama b'kama shonim. A person can acquire his world to come over a course of hard work, over many years of working hard. And Yesh koine olama b'sho'achas. But there are people like Elazar ben Durdaya who can be koine olama b'sho'achas in one moment of proper tshuva. Says the Maggid of Mezrich, Shah can also mean not just a moment or an hour, but it could mean to turn, like it says in the pasuk in Bereshis, that HaKadosh Baruch Hu didn't turn to Kain's mincha, lo sha'a el minchosei. Yesh koine olama b'sho'achas. A person can just redirect himself, can just turn, and that could change his whole focus. And that is what can be koine olama. Imagine you go to the airport, you go here to Heathrow Airport, and you're flying to New York, but you go on the runway and you change the direction of the nose of the plane by a few centimeters. Instead of going to New York, it might end up in Washington. Small changes, just redirecting a person, can make huge results. And that really is the avoda of the day. Where are we headed? We should use the time to think about where we want to be in a year's time, in 5 years' time, in 10 years' time, in 20 years' time. And how am I going to get there? Small changes can make that huge difference. Wishing every single person in Klal Yisrael and throughout the world to Gemach Chasimat Tova, may she be zocher to a wonderful year ahead.